Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Odin's Movie Blog. I am the Critic Who's Cynic. How is everybody doing? So this is my third attempt at a live stream because apparently OBS is just not working right now. And based on everything I've researched, based on all the settings that I've tried, it looks like it is a YouTube problem. So I don't know why YouTube can't accept streams from OBS encoder software right now, especially when it's working for other people. I don't know what's going on because, again, I've checked out my internet connection. My internet connection has been fine. I did this test last night where I literally went back-to-back Streamlabs, OBS, to Google Hangouts, and Google Hangouts worked. So I honestly don't understand what the hell's going on right now, and it's really starting to get frustrating. All right, let's see if I can get the chat up and running. And let me put the link out. How is everybody doing tonight? Also, has anyone gotten their Oscar yet? Because now I have a very strong feeling that I could be one day in Oscar contention with everything that's going on right now. All right, we are live. Let's see if anyone actually gets the notification too. And Hound 3000, if you're in the chat right now, dude, I'm so sorry what happened before. Hound 3000 was technically first in the actual first stream. Laura Ryan stole my fanfiction story first. What's up? How's it going? Hound 3000 says, hey, what up, Star Wars Dad? Super, hey-o, what is up? Laura says, I'll follow you to another platform. I have no loyalty to YouTube. I seriously, I mean, I would have jumped there right away. But a lot of people were very reticent, saying, please don't go somewhere else. Please stay on YouTube. But if this becomes a major problem, then I might have to start going to another service because this is just getting ridiculous. I mean, I do like Hangouts. I think Hangouts is fine, but it just limits what I'm able to do because I'm not able to have all of my fun widgets that I have with Streamlabs. So I'm not able to have my pop-ups and everything, something that I really like. Laura says, hey, Star Wars Dad, joint specialist is 9th. Got my B-Wing in. It is awesome, says Star Wars Dad. Nice. Mex, what happened with the stream? So basically, I tried going through OBS again, and I was getting terrible service again. And now I'm going through here, and at least Corn is Super says the stream looks good so far. So I don't understand what the hell is going on with YouTube's end because there's literally there should be no real difference between me going through Hangouts or me going through an encoder software. So I don't know what the hell's going on right now, especially since I know that there were other streams going on earlier today even that were using OBS software. So I don't understand it at all. Let's see. Be a Freya. What's up, Kiga Rogers? Jason Clark, what is up, man? Mex says Odin had it going for just a minute ago, and then all of a sudden it ended, and now we're all here waiting. Yeah, so just refresh it. Hangouts never works for my live streams. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know why it works for me, but it doesn't. Can you go live on another service and just make a link on YouTube? I could. I could probably set up. Basically, one thing that I could probably do to start the transition over is I could have a live stream up on YouTube and then post the link to wherever it is I go, whether it's Twitch is probably the most likely place, and then just post the link in there, and then that way everyone in the chat could just go there instead. But if Hangouts is working right now, then I think it'll be fine. Mex says, never mind, the stream is working better for me now. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on, dude. Like, it's just been so frustrating. Kira Ryder says, I was watching EVS, but the topic is not uplifting. Thanks. Well, thank you for joining us. It's always great to have you here. Can you do simulcast or no? Twitch is awesome. Yeah, Laura likes Twitch. So I don't think my computer could handle 2 at the same time. But again, I could just start a live stream and then have the card up saying going live on Twitch in 10 minutes or something, and then post the link. So that way anyone that joins, I'll let that link be live for a few minutes. And at least then if anyone tries to join it, they'll see that that's where the link is. I mean, it's an option. I'm definitely not doing it at any point, but I still haven't totally decided on that yet. Let's see. Star Wars Dad says Google is dropping support for Hangouts. I think that's just I'm not sure if that's all Hangouts or if that's just the use of it, for communications. I think right now it's being geared towards businesses. So I think the Hangout server will still be live. I just don't know in what capacity. Jason Clark says Cecil is live right now. A lot of this crowd is there. Oh, of course. I understand that because Cecil's amazing. Sebastian Nocturne, what is up? Gwen, old lady back. Hello, everyone. What is up, Gwen? Glad to have you here. Sword of Damocles, hello, back from holiday. Dude, Damocles, we have not seen you in forever, man. Great to have you back. Meg says, I was listening to WES Star Wars EU stream, but I was getting frustrated that the panel members were making small mistakes in their discussion. Oh, that can be very frustrating. Kiko Rogers says, 100 video. Perfect. Fantastic. Did you get light bulbs? So yes, as you can see behind me, I do indeed have a new light bulb in my lamp. Hopefully that makes everyone happy. Let's see. Super says, do you have a membership or paid subscription to view Twitch? I have not set up anything, but it's going to be free no matter what it's going to be. Like, it's going to be the same thing where it's free. And because I'm pretty sure I can set it up that way, and it's going to be free. And then if you want to donate, then that's going to be an option still. But if I can get it to be free, like if the only way I can move over there is for it to be paid, I'm not going to move over there because I don't want anyone to have to pay just to watch my stream. I'm not okay with that. Hello, Mr. Peabody. How is it going? Kiko Ryder says everyone is streaming at the same time. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Again, I wasn't planning on getting on tonight, as Steph will usually point out. But I again got home and had some time to jump on for a little bit. So hope everyone just and got ahead and up there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the chat on my phone. And if you want me to read a comment, because again, we don't have a whole lot of people in here right now, but sometimes it just randomly gets crowded again. So if you want me to read a comment, just please drop a @ for my name. Damocles says, love the hat with that beard. You could be in the Dropkick Murphys as lead singer. The boys are back. Yeah, dude. I'm not going to say that I'm a Dropkick Murphys fan because I don't really know a lot of their music, but all the songs that I have heard from them are awesome. So definitely like that shout. Cobra, Kaiser Soze, what is up, Cobra? Glad to have you back. You and Matthew Kadish are the perfect real-life team up. Dude, Matthew is awesome. And it's so great. It's really cool how it's all worked out because he basically has told me, and because again, he I saw the article and I decided to read it. I started to, dive into it, and I realized just how well written it was. And so I decided to do a video on it. He saw it. He appreciated my coverage of it, and apparently it helped him out a lot because those videos especially got a lot of views. And so apparently it's helped out his traffic, and it's helped him get a lot more notoriety. And it's really cool that we're able to help each other out that way. So yeah, I can't wait to see his next article because everything he's written so far has been fantastic. 70B says, I'm so hurt I missed the hangout late last night. Oh, Steph, it's okay. Again, I was literally just jumping on just to goof off and just to try and find out what the hell was going on, if OBS was working again, if Hangouts was going to work. And then Hangouts did work. And I decided, well, I might as well stay on for a little bit. But it's no problem. Mr. Peabody says, Rose might be a day late. She decided to do a guest appearance on NCIS LA. It's no problem, Mr. Peabody. Wait, so Mr. Peabody, do you have a delivery date on your end? Because the last time I checked it, it didn't have one for me. So do you have what's the date that it has right now? Alexander says, hello there, Catholic school teaching Viking. What's up, Alexander? We small guys need to support each other. So Star Wars Dad, absolutely agree with you. Absolutely agree. Super says, oh, since you made that vid about the Oscars earlier today, I've been doing a ton of reading on their history and previous wins. Crazy how much it's changed in the last 10 years. Yeah, I mean, because Dark Knight is really what set off a lot of the changes that have been going on because everyone was so pissed that that film didn't even get nominated for the things that it should have and got shut out in so many different races. And that is the main reason why the Academy opened up their Best Picture category. And the way that it happened, too, is interesting because originally it was 10 movies guaranteed, which I personally liked because it got nominations for films that otherwise would not have gotten seen. And then they switched that damn convoluted system where, oh, now there's a percentage threshold. So now you could have at least 5 and at most 10. And then most years it's 8 or 9. And then there's 2 or 3 really good movies left off the list. And add that to the fact that the show itself has become so tedious and so boring and so damn political. It's why the hell am I even going to watch it at this point? Greg Duncan, what's up, man? Fighter versus fighter battles, possible light carriers to launch fighters at extreme range, warp away fighters are disposable. Only way to deal with hyperspace ramming. Yeah, Greg, you've been posting that stuff a lot. Again, I read it every time too, Greg. Mech says, well, what do you know? Well, what do you know? Odin can't go a day without hanging out with all of us as Guardian meat bags. Freya should be worried, very, very worried about your mental health. No, I mean, again, because I always say like, hey, what's your plan for the evening? And she wanted to ice her knee and watch, she's watching a show. She wanted to finish that. So I said, okay, well then, I have a little bit of time before going to bed, so I might as well jump on a stream. I love it. It's so much fun. That's the reason why I come back. It's fun. 70B says, hit that like button, please, and thank you. Yes, please hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. Star Wars Dad says, did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere. There he is. There he is, the king of the dad joke, Star Wars Dad himself. Mex says, would it be fair to say that the Oscars and other cinema-related award shows, for that matter, are essentially Hollywood's Employee of the Month meeting? Certainly seems like it. And that's why I was saying in the video that, especially now with this award, especially now with this being, the best popular movie. And here's the funny thing is that they haven't even described what standard they're going to set. Like, is it going to be that you have to donate, or rather that you have to make a certain amount of money? That's my guess. My guess is that one of the qualifications is that you're going to have made so much money to be even considered for nomination. And then, just like with original songs, something tells me that we might start to get some really bad movies nominated in the long run. And also, it's like, how many movies are going to get nominated? Is it going to be 5? Are they going to try and make that a giant ass category to try and get as many films in as they can? Are they going to try and have some damn cutoff like they do in, the costume department, where sometimes there's only like 3 nominations? It's really, at this point, I think it's just created a giant cluster for them. Alexander, oh God, since John and Daenerys have chemistry, what do you think of Arya and Sansa? Oh Lord. Starzad says, want to hear a joke about paper? Never mind. It's terrible. Brad Noble, the Oscars are dead. After this, I mean, this is like that last chance that they have to put life in it. But and this is what I said. They're going to nominate Avengers. They're going to nominate Black Panther, and it's going to bring them new eyes. But then the moment that the people turn on the show, especially depending on where, here's the other thing, where are they going to put that award? Because the last award of the night is always Best Picture. So what award is this going to trump in a lot of ways? Like, is it going to go right before Best Picture? Is it going to go before Director and therefore have more prestige than the Best Actor, Best Actress? Like, that's a big question. Like, where is this going to be? Is it going to be the first award of the night? And if it's the first award of the night, then it almost essentially is given that participation trophy status of just being, oh yeah, it's what we get the show start off with. And also, I don't think they're going to do that, because the whole point of it is to bring more eyes to the screen. So they're going to they're going to want people to watch the show for as long as possible. So the best way to do that is to put the award itself on the show towards the very end. That's the only one that makes sense if you want to keep people, actually watching the show in the long run. And so when it comes down to it, it's just and as I said, like the first time that they try it, the first film that comes out, what's going to happen is that people are going to watch it. They're going to stay political. They're not going to change anything about the show itself. And then people are going to slowly start to turn off, because they say, oh, wait a minute. Now I remember why I never watched this damn show in the first place, because it's just a bunch of, politically same-minded political knuckleheads who are just essentially like giving each other the reach around. Oh, man. Nico, Slow Inhale, what is up, Lico? Like button activation engaged. Mr. Peabody says, doesn't show a date. I think they leave notification ready to be delivered or being delivered, but the tracking has missed a few steps. Okay, good to know. Thank you very much. Let's see. Cobra Kaiser says, I'm sure you heard that they may split episode 9 into 2 parts. Ethan Van Sciver said it right. They need all hands on deck to fix this horror. Yeah, Cobra. So I saw that video that he did, and the article that he read does say that. It says that this film could be long enough where they split it into 2 parts. So I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that's what they're actually going to end up doing. But if they do that, it tells me 2 possible scenarios. Either one, they're making it so long because they're trying to fix and retcon a lot of the problems of 8, and they need to spend a lot of time to be able to do it right and to explain it the correct way. That's obviously the thing I'm hoping out for. I would say I'm still skeptical on that one. That could be it. Or 2, they're just literally trying to make it as long as possible so that they can make 2 films, so that the way they can make the most money possible. And if that is the case, and they don't retcon 8, and they just focus on making a giant film, guess what's going to happen? It's going to fail. Both movies are going to fail. Greta, what's up, Greta? So Greta, thank you so much. So I just got to give a huge shout out to Greta. She is the one that tagged me in on that news. I didn't know that had happened until Greta talked about it. So thank you for tagging me in on that Oscars news, Greta. Super says, sorry if you already answered this, but why do you think the Academy started going for indie films? Mostly the Academy members. You've seen that there's been a shift. Obviously, it's still a very old Academy, and they always make this joke, an old white Academy. And so obviously they have a lot of pull, but what you see is there's a lot of younger members now who have been slowly, making their way through. And also the accessibility of films has become a lot more intense. Beforehand, indie films would only be seen by a few people, would only be seen really by the young new members of the Academy. But now because the screeners have gotten so good, because now the smaller films that normally couldn't get screeners out are now starting to finally get the funding to do so. That's why these films are now starting to get on the radar. But then at the same time, now a lot of these films some of these films are even starting to win, like with, Moonlight, which most people did not see. And it's a film that most people will never see again if they've already seen it. It's not a film that you're going to want to own, because when you watch it, like, okay, that was a thing. And then you're just kind of done with it. Max says, what are you willing to bet that the Oscars added that category to troll longtime Star Wars fans and experts by having Last Jedi? No, I mean, obviously, because, all I can say is that, luckily we don't have to worry about that because it's not eligible for this year's. But yeah, I mean, that's why I think it has less to do with that. It has less to do with like a whole Star Wars thing and more to do with the fact that when Black Panther came out and when it was so successful and it was so well received by critics, a lot of people started to ask, like within like the first 2 days of it opening, people were already throwing out saying, could this be the movie that wins the Oscar? Could this be the superhero film that breaks through at the Oscars? And I thought to myself, it could be, but it would be because of political reasons that would be the case. And so now that this has happened, now it's like, okay, so basically what I'm gathering from this is that this category, it may have been in the works for a while, but the real like motivating factor, because obviously we can think about how The Dark Knight, no one will debate that The Dark Knight was the reason why the Academy went to 10 pictures for 10 Best Picture nominations. No one can deny that that's what led to the system that we have today with how Best Picture is chosen. And I think that when history looks back at this, they'll say, well, Black Panther is obviously the reason why they decided to go in this direction on top of that. So that's what I honestly think. I think, and that's why I'm really hoping that Black Panther doesn't win, because again, I said this before, Black Panther is fine. It's a fine Marvel film, but for anyone that tries to say, oh, it's the best or it's amazing, is just kidding themselves. I'm sorry. You're just blinded by your own stuff. H.P. Lovecraft, Black Panther is an okay Marvel film. Deal with it. It's okay. Exactly. It's an okay film. It's not this amazing, I'm sorry, but to say that it's better than Avengers Infinity War is ludicrous. To say it's better than Thor Ragnarok is ludicrous. In fact, you know what? Now we know that's categories coming up, man. Thor Ragnarok. Let's talk about how that, if any movie deserves anything, it's that one. Let's see who's actually tagging me in. Super says, what did the Oscars have before that percentage threshold you were talking about? So the way that the Oscars worked before, and it wasn't always like this. There were times in the history of the Oscars where it was a lot of films being nominated. So for a long time, though, for several years, it was 5 movies that were nominated. Simple as that. Like, so by essentially popular vote, it was 5 films that were nominated, and then eventually they chose the winner. So then The Dark Knight doesn't get nominated. And so a lot of people get pissed about that. And so then the Academy says, oh, well, maybe let's do this instead. And so what they did was they extended it to 10 nominations. So it went from 5 nominations to 10, like a standard 10 nomination for 1 year. For 1 year, we had 10 nominations. Then the next year, they decided, well, yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of worked, but it's not perfect. So how about this? How about we make it this convoluted system? And essentially what they do is people rank their films 1 to 10 on a list. And a movie, in order to get nominated, has to hit the threshold of, I think it's like 20%. So if 20% of voters choose a film, then it gets nominated. But if it doesn't, if it gets 19% or 19.7%, then it misses out. So in this convoluted system, the way it works is that, therefore, there will be at least 5 nominations and a max of 10 nominations because of how the percentages work. So now it's that whole convoluted system that doesn't make any damn sense that people are still trying to figure out. And now, of course, we have a new addition. We have a new category, and also they haven't told us exactly what the category is going to be like. Let's see. Jason Clark says, you probably said before, but do you like Bill Murray? Yes, I do. If yes, favorite movie, and have you seen Rushmore? I have not seen Rushmore. My favorite Bill Murray movie, Groundhog Day is up there. Original Ghostbusters is up there for sure. And I love his cameo in Zombieland. His cameo in Zombieland might be one of my favorite cameos of all time. So those would be my answers. Mex says, so either Jar Jar Abrams took Jeremy Geeks and Gamers' suggestion to split the film and use the first to retcon Last Jump. Yeah, so I think that's one option, Mex. I think that either he's taking one film to fix the issues and then make the real film in part 2, or it's purely a cash grab and they're going to realize, oh, wait a minute, it doesn't work that way. The fans are still pissed. Mex says, yeah, or Jar Jar Abrams is going to try to turn Star Wars into Twilight and copy their marketing strategy for Breaking Down. Exactly. You are exactly right about that. Brad Noble's missing Lando. Super says, but don't these Academy members realize that going for indie films alienates the average casual moviegoer, or do they just don't care? Yeah, they don't care. You're right. They don't care. They don't care. And this is their attempt to try and show that they do care, but all they're doing, and I said this in my video, all they're doing is creating this fake award, essentially, so that now they don't have to care about the average moviegoer. Now all they have to do is say, oh, we can keep nominating our obscure indie films that no one's going to watch, because now we have an entire category of probably 5 films, I would say is probably going to be the end decision, of 5 films that we can throw all the big blockbusters that might actually also be really great films, but now we don't have to worry about putting those in there. So this, to me, almost guarantees at this point that no... at least for a while, that no superhero film or big budget film is actually going to be able to break through into the best picture race at the Oscars, because now they can just throw them over into this new best popular film category that they've just, come out of thin air. Brad Noble, thank you for the $2 super chat. Steph and Billy D sitting in a tree. No, I think I mean L3 and Billy D sitting in a tree. Alexander says, everyone knows these Hollywoodies don't care if small indie people make it big, just like the talk shows. Sit the F down, Jimmy Fallon. We know you're famous. You're a famous brat, too. You know what, too? I actually don't mind Jimmy Fallon as much. I think that he got way too much hate for his, not going after Trump. I thought that was really silly for people to go after him for that. And it wasn't until that happened that he started to actually become more politically motivated. And I think that it's kind of hurt him, because he used to be that, that every guy that everyone liked. He just made funny jokes. He had a very great, back and forth with his guests, and he still has that. But I think that his comedy has kind of gone downhill ever since that, they had that change. Sensei Mike is in the chat. Dude, Sensei Mike, you have not emailed me yet, man. Oh, man, Sensei is here. Is Sensei going to drop any bombs on us? And guys, also, please, no Streamlabs tonight, because obviously I'm on Hangouts, and so Streamlabs is not available. But if you want to donate to the channel, I would appreciate it. Let's see. Greta says, I can't imagine what kind of movies that could be nominated for Best Popular Film just based on the money. It will be embarrassing for the Academy in the long run. I agree. So I think that's just going to be one part of it, Greta. I think that one qualification is it has to make so much money, and then they'll probably have another qualification too. But that's going to be the main one, because to me, it's like, how do you gauge what's a popular film? I mean, I doubt that they're going to just open it up, because if they open it up and say, go vote on our poll to decide which films are going to win, that is going to open up just a huge can of worms, because then there's going to be people like all the people over at what's it called? All the hacking organizations. They're all gonna like nominate some of the worst films and try to like take down some of the better films, and it's gonna be hilarious. So I really just hope that that's not the case. Meg says, Black Panther was solid, but its plot elements were entirely predictable, and the film ended up adding very little towards the build-up of Infinity War. I agree. So, Mex, this is where I feel about Black Panther. If Black Panther had taken that segment in Infinity War and then expanded it into its own film, that would have been a good movie. But instead, it just went and had really bad CGI elements to it. They had some really weird political commentary throughout the film as well, and it kind of just hurt the film overall for me. Yeah, so Steph and Valkyries, please, I think it's just Steph tonight. Steph, please do not post the Streamlabs link, because nothing's going to pop up for it. Keeger's in the chat. What's up, Keeger? Mike Sexton's in the chat. What's up, Mike? The Ginger Hitman is here. Jerry Clark says, Rushmore has to go on your list. It's hilarious, but I warn you, it's really smart comedy. You either get it or you don't. Yeah, I mean, it has been on my radar for a very long time. Greta says, I don't mind the obscure indie films getting nominated if they are of good quality. I agree because I do like independent films. I go out of my way to watch independent films because they are usually really good. But at the same time, if the Academy just becomes so stuck up that it only focuses on those films, like my concern with this new category is that now no big budget film will stand a chance because in the Academy's eyes, they're going to say, oh, I can just nominate the movie that I really liked, the best movie for the year for me, like the one that I enjoyed the most in this popular movie category. And then I can take that other time to nominate the more obscure indie films. And I'm afraid that Best Picture is just going to become an indie fest with films that shouldn't be in there, that aren't of high quality, but they're indie or they have a political message to them. And then all the really big budget films are going to end up going into that one other category. Stephanie says, Mr. Billy D. Williams liked my tweet. Oh, Steph, that's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Super says, and those 5 to 10 nominations they used to do, they were for Best Picture, right? So, or did they span more categories? Sorry, I'm somehow only just now discovering how this works. Okay, so currently that is what it is. Right now at the Oscars for Best Picture, it's between 5 and 10 nominations. Beforehand, it was only 5. 1 year between those two times, it was 10 guaranteed for one Oscars only. And that's only for that category. You get to some more obscure rules when you get to things like makeup, where sometimes they only have 3 nominations instead of 5, but every other category is limited to just 5 nominations. Super says, thanks for the info, by the way. No problem, Super. Greta can also help you out as well. She is a huge Oscar fan. She's a huge awards fan. She's just a movie fan in general, so she'll be able to help you out too. Alexander says, there are so many talk show hosts who do almost the same exact thing in every one. I agree. Steph says, okay, I dropped one link before. All right, thanks, Steph. I appreciate it. Greta says, I saw this comment on Facebook. Is this now the People's Choice Awards? No, seriously, like that is what it's becoming. Because like, no, we don't need a popular film category at the Oscars because we already have the People's Choice Awards. We already have the MTV Movie Awards. Like we already have these shows that are voted on as popular films. Just because now they can say, oh, we can give an Oscar. It's a participation trophy at this point. That's really all that it is. Mr. Pete says triple the budget in box office returns should be a requirement. You know what they might do? I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm sure they're going to set some requirement of a film has to make X amount of money or has to make certain percentage of its budget. Like that to me is probably the best way to figure it out. Pin Drop is here. Dave Bob is here. Hate Meatbag says Mex. All right, I'm caught up with the chat. All right, so Alexander says, Rogue One and Last Jedi both gotten Oscar nominations. They have no credibility and now put dumbass political jokes in. They have a death wish. Yeah, pretty much at this point. Yeah, and also too, like when you understand like, and that's the reason why I don't like these kind of categories being added in, because now it's like, okay, so you have another category that doesn't really mean a whole lot. And then also too, I'm worried because now that they're doing certain categories over the commercial breaks, they're not going to put the categories that should be in the commercial breaks in there. Like, for example, best song. Like, best song to me is the most worthless category at the Oscars, because how many songs have been nominated that was only playing in the damn credits for the film? How does that add to a film? Oh, we made this song for this movie's credits. No, put that garbage, either take the award away or put that garbage somewhere else. But you know what? They're not going to do that because they realize, oh no, a big artist can write a song that plays in the credits of a film, and then we can get that big star to play at the Oscars, and then more people will watch, right? They haven't been lately. Nico says, what do you think about Hayden Christensen being in episode 9? Could that help the franchise? Not really. I mean, him alone being in the franchise, I don't think is going to help a whole lot. Again, a lot of factors need to go in if they want to see some major change happen. They need to be able to address the fact that people are unhappy with Star Wars, unhappy with the current state of Star Wars, that people want to see different things happen, that people want to see change at the top, especially with Kathleen Kennedy, especially with Rian Johnson. If we see that kind of change and then good things start coming out, especially if we have someone new in charge of Lucasfilm, that is a way to get people optimistic. Because if you put someone out there who's passionate about Star Wars, who's going out there selling the product to the fans and saying, we hear you, we're going to provide you with an amazing product, that's going to make people more excited. So then when the leaks start coming out of Hayden Christensen coming back, people will be like, hell yeah, I'm going to go see this opening night. But at this point, I don't think it's enough because they still have the same people in charge. Lando says The Beard was nominated for Best Picture. Super says, like I said earlier today, this popular film category is the embodiment of how do you fellow kids? How do you do, fellow kid? Jake M, what up, Odin? Everyone smash that like button. Thank you, Jake M. I appreciate it. Yes, please smash the like button. It is for free. Mechanical Warfare says, I'm here. Sorry, guys. Was having fun chat on World Class BSers about Mando lore. Hey, no problem, Mechanical Warfare. No problem at all. Just glad to have you here, man. All right, see, Star Wars Dad did not tag me. All right, Mechanical Warfare says, sorry, I wasn't here yesterday to chat with Freya. I missed my chance. It's okay, Mechanical Warfare. Again, that stream is still up if anyone wants to know. So Freya did make her appearance on the stream yesterday. That video is still up if you want to go see her. And she will be on in future streams for sure, because everyone seemed to like her. Laura says, a few Oscars ago, they interviewed Black moviegoers about the movies nominated that year, and like most people, they had not heard of any of them. Exactly. You're exactly right. All right, let's see. Super says, my thoughts. It's an award show. The point is awards. Cut all the crap with the host first. We can all live with Jimmy Kimmel making a few less Trump jokes. I know. Like, to me, that's also a giant mistake. The fact that they're bringing Jimmy Kimmel back is just stupid. Like, he's one of the reasons why the show isn't doing as well, because no one wants to watch that. No one wants to see. Not only it's already bad enough where you have these actors going up there who are making millions of dollars, who are saying garbage about, oh, equal pay and Donald Trump and all this stuff. It's like, you're making millions of dollars. Shut the hell up. Stop acting like you speak for the people when you obviously live in your own ivory tower and could care less about what anyone else thinks at this point. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel was a terrible choice. All right, Alexander says, progressivism on the award show. I killed them. I killed them all. They're dead. Every single one of them. Not just the Oscars, but the Globes and the Grammys too. Yeah, every single thing. Every single award show at this point has just been destroyed by political nonsense. Mr. Pete says, we want Freya. Perth Comics says, the award for Best Movie Channel goes to Odin. Well, thank you, Perth. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Max says, but the real question is, did Freya like us? And if she did, what is wrong with her? She did like you, and there's nothing wrong with her. So y'all are amazing, guys. I don't think y'all ever realize just how amazing you people are. And by you people, I mean my YouTube family. No hate here, man. Mechanical Warfare says, we like you too, but she reads books. You can't remember all your favorite movie moments. Just messing with your own favorite Trump movie where he made an appearance. Definitely would be Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. I just love it. I think it's hilarious. I think it's so damn funny how he just shows up and then he milks the camera because when the kid walks away, he keeps turning back and it's like, oh, Donald. Super says, wait, Jimmy Kimmel's coming back a third time? Oh, wait, that's right. It was just this time that he came back, right? Do they have the, Greta, fact check me there. Have they announced the host yet? Have they announced the host yet? Please let me know, Greta. But yeah, to be honest, at this point, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if they did bring him back for a third time because that's just what they do. They don't care about what people actually want. They just don't. They do not care. Again, guys, if you want me to read your chat, please either tag my channel or just put Odin at the front of the comment. It just keeps everything a little bit more condensed, keeps everything a little bit more neat, and it helps me to figure out, if you actually want me to read it. Let's see. Laura says, OMG, you should host your own movie award show that night. We can invent categories like Best Actor Performed Stunt. Ooh, Laura, that is an excellent idea. Laura, digital cookie for you because that is an excellent idea. I think that some people might actually like that. So yeah, let's do that. Let's try and plan. Obviously we have a little bit of time before the Oscars, but let's plan that. Let's try and do a live stream the night of the Oscars, and it can be like our anti-Oscars award night. Greta probably won't join us because I know that Greta still actually has faith and believe, or likes the Oscars. I know that she's getting tired of it, but I know that she probably wouldn't be able to join, but she might be able to have it on in the background. But yeah, that'd be fun. Like we have our own categories. And maybe we just do we follow a news site that is updating with the results. And then every time that we get a result in, we can, announce our own winner. That could be fun. That could be a lot of fun. Hybrid says, hey, Odin, just want to stop by. Can't stay long because school, but just want to say hi and everyone. Oh, thanks, Hybrid. I appreciate it, man. Super says, Ricky Gervais is a great host. He roasts everybody. Yeah, I like Ricky Gervais too, because he is definitely he's definitely not along the political lines that I usually align myself with, but he goes after everybody, and I'm okay with that. He can make a Trump joke, but then at the same time, he also makes a Hillary joke. Like, that's, to me, a well-balanced and a good comedian, someone who will attack and go after everybody. Greta says, I don't think they have, but if they brought Kimmel back, I'll be so angry. Double checking on the host. Thank you, Greta. Please let me know. Laura says, yeah, so fun. Oh, it'd be so damn fun. Richie Rich says, Odin must be psychic. How else could he know how amazing I am? I know, right? You are amazing, though, Richie Rich. You are. Rip Macho Man. Yeah, man. Keeger says, Trump's in Trump used in several scenes in Devil's Advocate. I didn't know that. That's Eddie Marquez is back in the chat. What's up, man? Meg says, have you finished Dark 4 Rising yet? No, I'm in chapter 23. So I'm getting through it. Slowly but surely, I am almost towards the end. Sebastian Nocturne says, yes, anti-Oscars. All right. Lazy Hitman says, Oscar-n't. Oscar-n't. Grant says, I can have your award show on while I watch the Oscars. I'll probably be drunk. She'll probably be like, why the hell am I still watching the Oscars? Oh, well, at least Odin's on. Nice shout, Greta. Yeah, so it sounds like I'm definitely going to be doing that for sure. And yeah, we'll make up our own categories. We'll actually award the people who deserve to be recognized. Mechanical Warfare says, just a suggestion, add favorite scene from a movie you live streamed your reaction to. Ooh. Yeah, I'll let y'all be the voters. Laura says, I work for a large telecom company. Your TV might not work that night. Then the fair Freya would have no TV. Oh, no. Eddie Marquez, sup, brother, when Trump was on Raw and the pay-per-view. Oh, that's a good shout. Oh, God, the hair versus hair match, yeah. Like, I was like, there's no way that Trump's going to shave his head. So, like, it's got to be Vince. Vince actually didn't look terrible with the shaved head either. It was funny. Hybrid says, Black Panther for Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Overrated Film, Best Costuming. Yes. Oh, man. Yeah, we could have Best Overrated Film. We could have Most Overhyped Film. Like, we could have so many categories. So, yeah, me and my Valkyries are probably going to, like, Valkyries, how about this? So, Steph, you're in the chat tonight. If you see any category recommendations throughout the chat, and for any chat that we have in the future until the Oscars, if you could just write it down and then maybe compile like a little list. And then when we decide to actually sit down and create our categories, we can use some of the recommendations from the chat. Yeah, the Oscars aren't until February of next year, so we still got some time. Mr. P says, Oscar Crash. Kicker says, what drinking game will play during your Oscars live stream? You can play whatever drinking game you want, because, again, I'm not going to actually watch the Oscars. I'm just going to follow the results because I do not want to give them any I don't want to give them any time. I don't want to give them my views. I don't want to help their ratings at all. So I'm just going to watch. I'm just going to go to like one of my favorite news sites and then just watch the live results there. And so you can play whatever, if you want to watch the Oscars, and if you want to play a drinking game, you are more than welcome to. I'll stick to my water. Greg Douglas says, Odin, you be our Oscar host. Damn right. Lazy Hitman says, hey, Odin, Oscars aren't welcome in Asgard. Nope, not at all. Star Wars Dad says, Star Wars Dad for Best Comedian. Yes, absolutely. Actually, you might have some competition too, because when you're not here, we have some people that step up. So Sedavi says, you bet, Chief. Thank you. Appreciate it. First one says category best reboot. Ooh, yes, that's a good one. That is definitely a good one. Laura, best trailer. Yes, that would actually be a really good one. Dude, best trailer would be an excellent category for sure. We could also do worst trailer too. Like, that's the thing. The Oscars are talking about the best, but we could do the worst too. Like, we can take both sides of it. We can say what's the best, and we can focus on the things that are important. But then we can also just roast some people and roast some movies. That could be fun. Nico says, have you watched Legion? No, I have not. Max says, I was thinking that another way they could make the Oscars shorter is by banning all acceptance speeches during live broadcasts or cut them out in the editing bay. That's a good point, Max. Yeah. Instead of like giving the shaft to other categories, like, I am afraid that they're going to go after like live action short or animated short, which usually end up being better than the films nominated for, like, the feature length films nominated for Best Picture. Like, just be totally honest. Like, if you've not seen any of the Oscar nominated shorts, watch them because they're really good. But I agree with you. I think that they should either cut the speeches short, and just say you literally have to say thank you, and then if you want to name people, that's all you can do. And then if you want to extend that because they already do this. They go to talk to the press and then they keep on talking. So that's what they could do, is that they could just say on the live broadcast, say thank you. We're going to cut you to like 15, 20 seconds. Like, let that be the limit. And instead of playing them off, you just cut the microphone and you just keep the show going like a well-oiled machine. And then that way you can still have all 24 and I guess now 25 categories on the actual show. I think that's a great as Odin major categories. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Super says, one of the greatest moments in award history, though, was during the Golden Globes. Natalie Portman complained about all male nominees, but she owned a production co with only male directors. Yeah, dude, the hypocrisy there is just ridiculous. Greta says, yeah, no host announcement. Yeah, all right. I didn't think so. But you know what, though? Knowing how cocky they are, I would be surprised if they rethink Jimmy Kimmel. Hiram says, Emoji Movie needs to win Best Screenplay. Is the best movie quote in history. Damn you, Hyperen. Oh, man. So Hyperen. So here's the thing. The best troll, best internet troll. Obviously, Brad will be in the running, but Hyperen is now showing his trollishness as well. So we might have several people nominated for that. Mr. Pete says, Oscar crash. Eddie Marquez says, are we talking about the new category added to the Oscars? Yes, so we are talking about that. I mentioned that a little bit earlier. I did a whole video dedicated to that topic too. But yeah, we're talking about that. And now mostly we're talking about our own award show that we'll do the same night. I like that idea a lot. Dave Bob says he hasn't watched the Oscars in years. I don't blame you. Like, there's no reason to watch at this point, because I used to watch it because I love film. I love movies. I go to the movies as often as I possibly can. I own movie subscription services so that I can go to the theater. I love the theater. But it's not to the point now where the Oscars and the award shows are matching that same love of the theater. Because you go to the theater. Why? Like, if you were to ask most people, why do you go to the movies? Why do you actually go to the theater? Because I like to get lost on the screen. I like to get lost in the story. I like to forget about life for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then just escape. And most movies still do that. Of course, we now have more movies that instead of, telling a story, they're trying to bring political nonsense and political pandering into it. But most movies don't do that. And so to have these award shows where we're going to celebrate those movies, to celebrate film itself, and then for everything to be dragged down and bogged down by these long-ass speeches of political pandering and whining and complaining by a bunch of overpaid celebrities, I'm sorry, but at this point, why would I or anyone else want to watch that? Mechanical Warfare says, best Star Wars movie of all of them. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to decide whether we keep it to this year only. We obviously won't have a strict, like, oh, this is the cutoff, but like within the past year versus, of all time. We could do some all times because this is also a Star Wars channel. We could like have every year a vote by popular vote of what is the best Star Wars film. And who knows, maybe it won't always be Empire Strikes Back. I know that not everyone agrees with that. We got some good recommendations here. Mechanical Warfare says best unknown actor. Ooh, that could be good. Mr. Pete says new category best Oscar commercials. I don't know about that because then you'd have to actually watch the Oscars. Egg says Ricky Gervais is an atheist who's on late with Stephen Colbert all the time. Yeah, again, Ricky Gervais, I think he's a funny comic. I really do. Like, I might not agree or like everything that he says, but he does a good job. Like, every time that he hosted the Golden Globes, I had fun because he went after every single person. Laura says, worst fight scene, cough, cough, The Last Jedi, cough, cough. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Greg Duncan says, add a worst for every best. Damn right, dude. Damn right. I think that's a great idea. Star Wars Dad says, I'd love to see Charles Heston come in and call down the wrath of God at the Oscars. I think a lot of people would like to see that happen. Let's see. Perth Comics says, category for worst understanding of a beloved franchise. Ooh, that's specific. That is very, very specific, Perth. Greta says, try to do a hidden Twitter poll or something where only you or the Valkyries know the results and then announce them in your ceremony. Yes, Greta, that's a great idea too. So yeah. So I like that idea, Greta. So what I'll do then, let's do that. So we'll get all of our categories together and we'll go through the night. And then every time I'll read through the categories, I'll read through the nominations, and then we'll post a link to a poll where everyone gets to vote. Everyone in the chat gets to vote. And you have like a minute or a minute and a half or 2 minutes tops to vote. And then only we can see the results. And then we announce the winner based on popular vote. I like that. I think that's a good idea, Greta. Greta, digital cookie for you. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Greta's going to be like our point person on all of this because she really is like the queen of award shows when it comes to films. That's a great idea, Greta. Super says, another way the Academy could maybe get ratings back and actually make people happy is acknowledging voice work. Yeah, that's very true. And some people don't realize this. They do have categories for things like stunt work. They just don't televise it. It's on like the show that happens before the Oscars. And so it doesn't get really any attention whatsoever. But to be honest, I would rather stunt work be acknowledged than freaking best song. Like there are categories that could be done away with or could be lessened in their overall importance. Hybrid says, in the last few Oscars award seasons, I remember how dragged out it was when they were literally promoting stuff like Wrinkle in Time to people. I know. Like sometimes like and that's the reason why I'm glad. The one great thing from the announcement that they made today is that they're limiting the show to 3 hours. I still think that's way too long. They don't need that much time. However, it's better than the huge marathons that they have been having. So cutting themselves and limiting themselves to exactly 3 hours might make for a better oiled machine. Mechanical Warfare says worst chase scene of the year. Yeah, so I think best and worst chase scene of the year could be really good. Mech says I came across a rubbish YouTube video about how The Last Jedi fulfills the 7 rules of movie writing and is brilliant as a standalone film. Basically, it's only good if it's taken out of canon. Yeah, man, if you want to know why, go check out Matthew Kadish. He's written now three articles on The Last Jedi and how from an objective narrative standpoint, it is not good. Go check it out, guys, because whoever made that video is obviously not paying attention. Brad would definitely be that for sure. Oh God, best non-binary, Lord. Worst love scene, Tico Finn. Laura says best Twitter poo poster. Kira Rogers says you should have an award show like the Razzies. Call it the Lokis with Mini Gold Molnar. Yes. That's a good one. Yeah. But again, I also want to talk. I think we should also vote for the good things too. So definitely Razzies in that we do have a negative connotation. We do have a negative side, but I also want to have a positive side too. But yeah, I like that. Oh man, we could get really fancy with it too. Lazy Hitman says best superhero movie, best main character speech, best person fired because of tweets. Lazy Hitman, that's a digital cookie for you, man. Let's see. Super says, wait, no. SJWs always double down. Maybe they won't get Kimmel for next year's. They'll get someone worse. They'll get Stephen Colbert. Oh God. You know what though? That wouldn't surprise me. I think you might be honest on you, Super. They might get Stephen Colbert. And oh man, he's insufferable. He is so insufferable. Mech says everyone gets an Oscar equals Hollywood's participation badge. At this point, that's what it seems like for sure. Alexander says, I would think talk shows are supposed to be voices of regular peeps interviewing celebs, not celebs interviewing celebs like it is. Someone ought to control the atrocity. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like that's what it used to be. Yeah, obviously, like, you know, Johnny Carson was a very big name, but in the end, he acted, and that's the reason why I usually like Jimmy Fallon, because he comes across as a very like straightforward guy, like a regular guy. You know, we know that he's famous, but like he comes across still as representing, you know, the people, and he gets so excited when people come on his show. But I agree with that. Greg Duncan says we love movies too, but Oscars don't reflect best films. I would agree. I do like. I've always had a special place in my heart for the Oscars though, because there's just so much rich history there. Because when you look back and you think Casablanca, It's a Wonderful Life, 12 Angry Men, like movies that it just brings you back to a time when almost all movies that were in the public sphere were really good. Like to me, even the worst B-level films that came out during that time period when the Oscars were really important are better than so much of what we have here. Mechanical Warfare says worst ending to a movie 2018. I like that. Ivan says they need to have best Cave Troll 2 guaranteed a hard kill for the awards. Laura says worst example of social justice pandering or virtue signaling. Ooh, that could be good. Eddie Marquez says Empire hands down. I would agree with you. Amal, what's up, Amal? Welcome back. Star Wars Dad says at this pace, porn will be at the Oscars. Stormy Daniels. Good God. Oh man, that's when you know society is done if that ever happens. Jason Clark says, I used to really like Robert De Niro, but the last few years have lost a huge amount of respect for him for his political soapboxing at award shows. I agree. To me, I lost respect for him at the Oscars this year. Like, I'm sorry. Like, no, wait. It was the Tony Awards. When he went off on stage and went like, F Trump. It's like, why did you have to say that? You don't have to like the guy. You can be critical of the guy, but why do you have to go onto the stage at an award show where people are watching to escape everything and remind them, oh, wait a minute, that's right. It's just stupid. Alexander says, Emma Watson makes speech to the UN about being treated unfairly as a girl. My response, was this when Harry Potter was making you famous? I know, right? Like, how much money do you have? How much money did you make on those films? And you're talking about inequality? Oh, wait a minute. But what about the women who are actually being oppressed in foreign countries? Oh, wait, you won't go there because you'd rather stay here in the United States or in Britain where you don't have to worry about those issues. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So he says, it's gotten so bad in Hollywood that your audience calling you a normie as a compliment. Think about that. All my favorite actors are publicly apolitical. Great point. Again, my favorites too. Like, I gain respect for people when they just stay out of the political discussion. Stu is apolitical for the most part anyway. I would agree. I would definitely agree with that. Greta says, and now I can vote in an award show this year. That's right, Greta. You can. Yes, we have a SAG voter here. Laura says, worst SJW speech at any award show. Oh, yeah. Best voice actor as long as Freddie White Boy Prinze Jr. isn't nominated. Something tells me that he will not get nominated from our channel. McKenna Warfare says, Dwayne Johnson Film of the Year. That is a good one. That is really good. Hireman says, best gay pansexual and SJW movie award also needs to be added to for women and political rights. Miss Peabody says, pity they don't show award for stunt work. Solo would win for taking the biggest flaw. Mr. Peabody, that's a digital cookie for you, sir. Mechanical Warfare says, best pork death of all time. JM, most overrated on film. Yeah, I definitely. Most underrated film is definitely going to be one. I think overrated, underrated, both are going to be up there. Kiko Rogers says, get your kids to vote on the best dog performance. Egg says, Odin, I have seen Thor Skywalker and SC Reviews use surveys on YouTube, then make videos about the results. Yeah, I've seen that too, so I might have to look into it and see how they did that, but I want to do it live, so that's why I think I'd rather do the hidden Twitter poll instead. Laura says, most cringeworthy scene for any reason. Sorry, you've got sniffles. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Laura. Yeah, I do have the sniffles right now. That is true. Hyman says, would you rather go through 3 hours of Lord of the Rings movie or watch the Oscars for 3 hours? Lord of the Rings. I'd rather watch all 3 Lord of the Rings extended editions back to back than watch the Oscars, for sure. Because one will make me happy and one will just make me depressed. Dave Bob says, most pointless scene, Cancer Play. Let's see. Richie Rich says, it was not Hound 3000. Do not listen to Hound. Richie Rich says, watching the Oscars is like watching NASCAR. You sit there bored just waiting for it to crash. That's a good point. That's a very good point. McKenna Warfare's worst politically motivated award show. That would be good too. Laura says, this better not be porn. For sure. Lana says, Brad wins tonight. Justice for Brad. He might. No guarantee that we're doing a giveaway tonight. No guarantee that we're doing a giveaway tonight. He does have a cookie tonight, but there's no guarantee that we do a giveaway. Alexander says, I saw, I want to know, where did Sensei go? Sensei, you still need to email me, man. Sensei, are you still in the chat? Let us know that you're still here, man. Alexander says, award show idea, worst in award show history, most SJW hosts, most tedious speech, ego-dropping awards. McKenna Warfare says, do you watch animated movies? I'd add some categories for that if you want. But now, best animal-related movie 2018. I'm hoping Alpha is good. Ooh, yeah. I like animated films for sure. I love animated movies. I still need to see Incredibles 2, though. It's still on my list of things to see. But yeah, I like animated films. I would definitely love to do a category on that. And yes, I hope Alpha is good too because I love animals. And it's really cute. The puppy's really cute. Hyman says they need to get nominated films in the past like Blade Runner and Empire and actually give them good recognition or more wins. I don't know. That's just what I think. Hyper, you know what? I think it would be really cool. Some award that would make sense to me at the Oscars is, you know how they do a Lifetime Achievement Award? why don't they do like a this year's best movie of all time? You know, like that could be actually an interesting award, because then you could retroactively give awards to movies that never won an Oscar. I think that I would be much more interested in that being a category than half the categories they have right now. Per says best new gender award. Oh my god. And they're coming up with new ones every day too. Hyman says best CGI film, Rampage. Shinville says, you think Hollywood can still be saved, or is the SJW infection already too bad? I think it's already too bad. I think Hollywood is done. And you know what? Let's just let it die. I think that might eventually see some new companies, some new studios pop up that I think a lot of people will flock to, because they either stay apolitical or they make movies that people actually want to see. So I think we could see that instead. Kia Rogers says, make Freya present the best horror film. Oh, that'd be cruel. McKenna Warfare says, best movie booty of 2018 as Lando. Get in a drawing. It's rigged. Brad, it's not rigged, man. I said it every stream. I do not always guarantee a giveaway for every stream. Your cookies are always valid, though, because, again, all the cookies that you've been gaining are going to be valid for the monthly giveaway. Hyman says, that would be cool, Odin, if it would be if it would be fair for the movie industry. Also, what do you think of Coco? Coco was awesome. Coco made me cry. I was not expecting anything from Coco, and it was fantastic. I loved it. It was so damn good. And as far as the first question, yeah, I think that would be fair for sure. Super says cult status award, sustained popularity for 10 plus years. Exactly. Like, I think that could be a really cool, I could think that could be a really cool one. Dave Bob, there are two genders. Changed my mind. Hey, I'm right there with you. Tina says, I can't stay on because I got to get up early, but want to say hello. What's up, Tina? It's okay. It's fine. Steph is doing a great job. Alexander says, Hollywood, and I still believe that I cannot be saved. Greg says, great idea. Wrath of Khan, 1982. Ooh. Lando says, so rigged. Laura, best jump scare moment. That's a good one. I like that. Best jump scare. That is definitely a good one. Hyman says, burn it, kill if you have to. Hollywood. I know. It's so sad that everyone feels that way at this point. Stephanie says, Tina is here. Yeah. Super says, also, did you know that Kong Skull Island was nominated for an Oscar for visual effects? It broke my brain, and now it's broken. Your congrats. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I did know that. And to me, the CGI was almost laughable. Almost laughable. Eddie Marquez. All right, brother. Just want to say sup. Got to go back to work. Practicing the bass and recording. Sounds good. Eddie Marquez, thank you for joining us. Always great to have you here. Amal says, do you think Infinity War will win any awards this year now that we have this new category? So, Amal, you kind of joined in late. So the Oscars, the Academy Awards, have just added a new character called Best Popular Film. They have not designated what qualifies as a movie yet. That should be coming out over the next week, I think. But basically, it looks like films like Avengers and Black Panther and any of the big budget films are going to have an opportunity to be nominated and win an Oscar. So I think Infinity War might actually win 2 Oscars. I think it could win Best Visual Effects and also win Best Popular Film. Sword Dynamically, what about rewatchability? That is a good one, because as I've said in previous chats, that's how I grade my films for my own personal score. I have a 10 out of 10 score for quality and a 10 out of 10 score for rewatchability. So a movie that might have a perfect 10 on quality might not have a perfect 10 on rewatchability. Kiko Rogers says, we need to make a coffee cup with cocoa tears. Yes, that's a good one. Harvey says, Infinity War to win 11 Oscars since Return of the King. I wish. Mechanical Warfare says, best poll, who is worse, Disney or Hollywood? Hollywood. I mean, Disney's gotten bad at this point, but Hollywood to me is the worst. Angel Butler, I'm sorry that you didn't get notified. I hate YouTube. YouTube. Do you know that YouTube demonetized my video because in the title it said YouTube sucks? To say that I questioned it and that I challenged it is to be a gigantic understatement, but I'll be interested to see what they come back with. Alexander says, some annoying trolls in here, huh? Arya, Sansa, Arya, Jamie. Yep, Alexander, you would be nominated for sure. Tina says, saw your video. My vote is for Infinity War, Deadpool 2. Ooh, Deadpool 2. Yeah, that could be in there. Ooh, wouldn't that be interesting that Deadpool 2 would have an Oscar nomination? I would actually be okay with that. Laura says best use of existing music. I like that. Yeah, best soundtrack, because we have best score, but what about best soundtrack? Soundtrack is also important, how you put songs together. Jason Clark says, Urban Acolyte's video he just posted tonight. He called you out this time by name. You're famous. Check out the video. I don't know how to link it. Ooh, I'm so scared, Urban Acolyte, if you're watching. Oh, I'm shaking in my boots right now. Yeah, so basically he called out Jeremy, but he called out my video that I did for his channel, and then he just made up stuff. He made up stuff. Everything he said was just not true. And so I called him out and said, hey, congratulations on calling me out, etc. And then I just called him out for him just not having facts. And then of course he did the typical response saying like, we don't care. Like, who gives a crap? And it's just like, so, ooh, I'm gonna have to check that out. I bet it's full of inaccuracies. Super says, is this popular movie the first Oscar category to not actually award quality filmmaking? I mean, some would argue to say that that's been gone for a long time, since a lot of the awards seem to be by popular vote than anything else. So it depends on what you mean by quality filmmaking, but it's definitely one of the first awards that kind of does away with the traditional view of the Oscars to promote like best direction, like best like type of to break down the actual parts of a film and award the best parts of the industry. This is now best just generic film, it seems. Tina says, tell Freya hello and you take care. Good night. Good night, Tina. Shinfield says, good night, Ned. Shinfield says, YouTube is to be in big trouble because of Alex Jones stuff. Yeah, that's true. Hugh Ryder says, I would nominate the wood chipper in Deadpool 2 best death scene. Mechanical Warfare says, movie that made Odin cry the most in 2018, Poltergeist. Yeah, Stephanie, you're right. He is absolutely loopy. Absolutely loopy. Let's see. Hybrid says, Odin, I haven't asked what your favorite scenes from Infinity War. I love the parts where Thor, Rocket, and Groot went to Nidavellir, reminded me of Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas from Return of the King. I love that scene. I loved when he made the new weapon. I thought it was really, really cool. And I loved it. And so as far as any other scenes, though, that I would have liked, let me think. Captain America. Any scene with Captain America was great. And of course, ooh, no, you know what? Favorite scene easily is when Thor comes into the battle at Wakanda and just starts whooping everybody's ass. That is by far my favorite scene. Alexander says, best music. Congrats for buying rights for someone else's work. Jason Clark says, yeah, Urban Acolyte is a Mike Zero. I laugh at his videos. He's so stupid. Laura says, my mom always told me if people are trying to tear you down, that means you are above them. That's very true. Per says, Oscars was losing reference, so they make up categories for movies that people actually like. Yeah, no, that's what they're doing. Like there are two reasons why they're doing this. One is because they know that they're losing audiences because most people don't watch the films they nominate. And so they decided, oh, let's make a category so that we can nominate any film that gets, big recognition by the audiences, that makes a lot of money at the box office, because that'll just automatically bring people over. But it's also because they want to be able to award movies like Black Panther that fit with their own political ideology. Voorhees says, hello, friend. What is up, Voorhees? Welcome back to the chat. Super says, Wood Chipper from Deadpool 2 was great, but the Zamboni chase from the first movie was beautiful. Oh, that's true. Voorhees, what I missed? You missed a lot. Dave Bob says, Denzel Washington is one of my favorite actors and stays away from politics. I agree, dude. Denzel is awesome. Denzel is a badass. I liked him in Book of Eli, to be honest. Sheffield's Deadpool 2 is a movie you could say there's SJW pandering, Domino, but they made it fit a Deadpool movie, so it's probably exactly. But you see, to me, like, she was a good actress and she did the part well, and they didn't focus on that. Like, they didn't push anything. So to me, that was fine. It's kind of like there were a lot of people who did not like the casting of Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie, but I thought she did a great job. Like, I loved her in the movie. I thought she was a great Valkyrie. Laura says, "Oh, someone remixed the scene with Thor: Infinity War to Wars to Immigrant Song." If you want to freeze into position. Ooh, okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put this down for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and watch this video. And because I don't want him claiming any copyright, I don't have to put my headphones on. So I'm gonna do a live reaction to this video by Urban Acolyte. Oh man. All right, guys. So basically he just made some kind of joke saying geeks over girlfriends, which is interesting because both me and Jeremy are married. So I'm gonna oh, let's do this. Like so let's see. That is hilarious. I guess you once again ignore facts and reality, seeing that we are both married. Keep it classy, San Diego. Boom. All right, guys. So if you want to jump over to his channel, not to actually watch his video, but to just go to my comment and like it, create a thread on it, you're more than welcome to do so. All right. Sorry if it was not as good of a reaction as y'all were hoping for, but the whole time I was just like, what in the hell is this guy doing right now? So it really, literally is within the first minute and 48 seconds. And basically he's calling out me and Jeremy. And then he, again, provides no facts whatsoever, but instead tries to make this thing saying like, oh, Geeks Over Girlfriends, that's y'all's new single. And it's like, what are you even talking about? You didn't address any of the things that we brought up. You didn't actually criticize anything that we did. You just made a personal attack because guess what? Guess what? That is all that you can do. That is all that you can do, Mr. Urban Acolyte. All that you can do. I'm calling him out right now. That's all that you can do. All that you can do is create these random platitudes, create these random non-arguments, because guess what? You have no argument. Mr. I'm going to make a video 31 Days of August about The Last Jedi. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Because guess what? You have no arguments. If you had arguments, you'd be able to go back and forth instead of saying, I don't give a crap. Oh, my goodness gracious. Anyway, guys, let's get back to the chat. Sorry if I fell behind. If I'm not going to read your comment, please, repost it. All right, let's see. All right. Let's see. All right, I'm not too far behind. Hiram says, I'm confused. Was Infinity War to 2.5 hours, or was it as long as Civil War? It's about 2.5 hours. Anderson says, how likely do you think it is that Disney decides stupidly at some point to use SJW politics? Now they are scared of being exposed as liars, so they keep hurting themselves. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that it's just like it's a part of who they are, and so they don't realize that what they're doing is stupid. They live in their own bubble. Mechanical Warfare says, best comedy is always one, but funniest scene of 2018, too specific. No, I think that works too, because I think there are scenes that stick out. For me, one of my favorite scenes would be in a film called Game Night. And it's any scene with, I forget the character's name, but he is like stoic and quiet, and it's hilarious. Hybrid says, Peter Dinklage as best goofiest looking character. And Egg says, oh, and the Urban Acolyte says that Star Wars fans who don't like The Last Jedi are man babies. Exactly. Because again, he has no facts. He has no figures to back up his point. All he has are insults, and insults don't get anyone anywhere. Kind of Warfare says, just for the hell of it, most important Valk on the channel, let the battle begin. Hell no, I am not doing that. Get that garbage out of here. Nemesis, what is up, man? Hey, man, I can actually connect and join this. Join in the sit chat. Nice. Sit chat. Sit. Oh, you almost got me, Nemesis. Man, glad to have you here, man. We've missed you. Let's see. Dave Bob says, if you haven't seen The Equalizer yet, you need to see it, then watch Equalizer 2. Yeah, I still need to see the regular first Equalizer. I do want to see Equalizer 2 because I do like Denzel, but I still need to watch the second one. Per comment says, Acolyte will need some aloe vera because he just got burnt. Miss B says, best action sequence by an inanimate object. Lando will probably want to nominate. Brandon says, Odin looks like he smells like flowers. Alexander says, you two have no girlfriends. It's true. You have wives. That's a great point. It's a great point. No idea if he does. Yeah, no idea if he does. And it'd be, it would be interesting if he didn't, and he's calling other people out. I'm surprised he didn't use that common phrase, insult. Like, to me, that's like the dumbest expression ever. It's like, really? Like, what are you trying to act like you're smarter than everybody else because you came up with this word that doesn't really accurately describe most people that you're talking about? Hiram says, I saw a similar discussion argument with Dishonored Wolf and Mahler arguing with Just Right about him, why he acts like a shill with The Last Jedi. Mechanical Warfare says, since when does a shill have facts and cohesive reasoning? It's a good point. Laura says, I tweeted you the edit of Thor in the final battle with Led Zeppelin edited in. It's short. All right, Laura, I will watch that after the stream for sure. Let's see. Brad says, Odin wears old pizza boxes on Thursday. What? No, you didn't, Nemesis. Play it back and prove me wrong. Alexander says, Bob Iger was on when they hired James Gunn in 2012 when he was still posting about doing bad stuff to kids. He may not be a real SJW. Yeah, could be. Again, Warfare says, best nostalgia fueled movie that succeeded. That's good. I like that one. Let's see. Perth Comic says, Peter Dinklage for biggest dwarf in Avengers Infinity War. Dude, that whole thing was interesting. It's like he is a dwarf, and now he's playing a giant dwarf. How does that make sense? Somebody says, don't say his name, just say UA because he doesn't deserve the attention. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. That's a good point. It's a very good point. Am I actually caught up with the chat? Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. We can go for a little bit longer, guys. We still got some people rocking in the chat. Lazy Hitman says, just came back from the cesspool known as the UA channel. Yeah, no, dude. UA is garbage tier. Again, no facts whatsoever. No facts. Shinville says, I've seen some vid about SJW saying Infinity War is racist. More black people would have died than whites, and Thanos being a white supremacist. Of course it did. Of course it did, because they can't just sit back and enjoy a good film. Unless it has their actual political ideology being put on display, they can't possibly enjoy it. Alexander says, projecting SJWs, just look at the pictures and you will see who the goofy white males really are. It's funny. Super says, Salvador Aceves. What is up, Salvador? Super says, kind of related to movies. Can I ask you a question about blogging? Sure. Do you think it's okay to delete, rewrite old posts if your opinion changes or you have something to add? I don't think there's a problem to rewrite it. I don't think that's a problem. Yeah, that makes sense to me. You could even say, like, you can keep the old opinion up and then just say, my opinion has changed, and then go into, like, your thinking about why it's changed. Hybrid says, Infinity War for best overall genre movie, fantasy, action, adventure, romance, drama. Yeah, it would pretty much tick off all the boxes for sure. I'm still awake, kind of read me a bedtime story. Once upon a time, there was a channel named UA who was a giant shill with no common sense. He tried to attack the mighty Odin and the mighty Jar Jar Binks. But his weakness was that he had no facts, for he was simply a lonely SJW, living alone, trying to reach out to as many people as he can to find some purpose in this world. And then UA went away because he realized that he had no friends, because he pushed everyone around him away and isolated himself in his own bubble. It was then that Bubble Boy, as we will now call him, went off into the beyond, the end. I got dark really quick. But I hope that helped you get to sleep. Nico says, Odin top 3 movie crossovers. What do you mean by crossover? Be more specific. Explain that. Mechanical Warfare says, just for you, best religious movie 2018. There really aren't that many great religious movies. Like, let's just be honest. Like, again, I'm Catholic, I'm religious, but let's be honest about how many are actually good films. Nemesis says, I don't understand the shill butthurt. We've torn their SJW movies apart by pointing out the inconsistencies and terrible plot, yet they continue to attack us personally. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense. I thought they were supposed to be against that sort of behavior. It's a very good point. They're all for peace and love, except when someone disagrees with them, and then they show nothing but anger and hatred. Alexander says, Purple Man Thanos is a white supremacist. Exactly. Exactly right. Everyone knows that purple is the movie equivalent to white, and that anything that's not black is automatically a white male. Per says, wouldn't have been better for Thanos to use the Infinity Gauntlet to double the amount of resources in the universe rather than half the number of people? Ooh, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Dave Bob, Fallen is a great movie. It might freak you out being Catholic. I don't know what it's about, so you might be right about that. Super says, also, I might be overthinking this, but do you think it's okay to talk about Weinstein Company movies? Found out the other day my favorite movie was one of theirs. No, because again, as I said before, we can separate the art from the artist. So I can some of my favorite films of all time are Woody Allen films. And even though Woody Allen has been accused of doing a lot of bad things, I can still like them. You can still like The Cosby Show, because The Cosby Show was a very good show. It did a lot of groundbreaking things. It was a well-written show. It was a funny show. You can still laugh at those jokes. You can still find that stuff entertaining. It's just that you have to be able to separate the art from the artist, and also from the, for the studio company. So you can still like those movies. Hyperman says, the doubling resources debate for Thanos is dumb and overthinking, in my opinion. Okay, so we got some differences of opinion here. Super says, best Christian movie of all time. Nicolas Cage Left Behind. Oh God, I didn't even go see that hot garbage. Matt Tween, great show, great role models. All right, cool beans. All right, I'm caught up with the chat again. What's up, Matt Tween? Dude, Matt Tween, I do really love your name. I agree with Steph. That's a great name. Also, where's Sensei at? Sensei came in, waved hi, and then went away. Sensei, you need to email me, man. I need to hook you up. You said you emailed me, but you didn't. Mr. P.I. says, Odin makes a field goal. The pork has cleared the post. Kegger says, so I don't have to throw out my Bryan Singer directed X-Men woot. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. Jason Clark says, I just realized if we call him UA, it can mean urine analysis. Actually, that's even better. Let's call him urine analysis. So over at urine analysis, because since he loves coming up with names for us, I mean, at least we can back ours up with facts to criticize what he's saying. What's up, Mattween? Mechanical Warfare says, SJW say fascism and Nazi, but if they read a single book about Nazism, they would read just about everything they follow as their tactics in dealing with what they consider to be opposite. That's so true. That's so true. Also, what is a Nazi? That's right, a National Socialist. Who did they want to elect? Oh, that's right, a Democratic Socialist. Anyone else see the connection there? I mean, maybe it's just me. Super says, okay, I'm fine with talking about Weinstein, but I wanted to ask because I'm going to share the article I write about it around, and crazies getting mad. You're going to have, don't get me wrong, you're going to have crazies that get mad at you because there's crazies in the world. But no matter what you talk about, I think that's something, again, no matter what you talk about, you're going to have people that are going to go after you. Stephanie, thank you. So, by the way, talk about the t-shirt ideas and new logo. Yes, so my wife, Freya, is working on a logo, and I did some research on t-shirts. I had a couple people asking me about t-shirts, and so I found out that Teespring lets content creators essentially join for free. And the way that it works is that they charge a base cost of $10, and then content creators can essentially determine what the price is. So once my wife's done with my design, I plan on doing a t-shirt on Teespring. And also I have a couple different ideas because Darth Cuddles is a very, deep part of our family, is a very important part of our family. I really want to do a Darth Cuddles t-shirt. I would also like to do a Bob and Nancy, the midichlorian family t-shirt as well. And if you have any ideas for those, if you have any, any background in graphic design or in art, and you want to support, Darth Cuddles, my wife's got the logo. My wife's got the logo down. But if you want to take care of Darth Cuddles, or a midichlorian shirt or any design at all that you think that's relevant to things that we've talked about on this channel before, please, email me a suggestion, and I plan on getting on that very soon. And guys, I'm also going to try and make them as cheap as I can, because I don't really feel like overcharging people for shirts. It would just be a nice new way to be able to make some extra income, to be able to, support the channel and be able to support us doing more things in the future. So if you guys are interested in shirts that are probably going to be between $15 and $18 is probably the range that I'm going for at this point. I'm thinking 15 off the top of my head, but obviously, I'm gonna break things down, look at the math, see if there's any fine print that I need to look at for taxes or anything, and determine it from there. But would any of y'all guys be interested in that? So again, a Darth Cuddles shirt would be one. Something with midichlorians would be great. I would love to do a Darth Jar Jar, but I don't know about copyright. I'm assuming if someone does an original design, that it would be fine. But Darth Jar Jar would be fun. And of course, Darth Cuddles and the actual show logo itself. So let me know. Let me know. Let's see. Voorhees. What was the last one? Let's see. Oh, wait. Nemesis says, Odin, best religious movie, The Omen. Oh, man, that terrible. Let's not talk about The Omen. Voorhees says, who's calling you names? His name is UA. I'm not going to even promote his channel now at this point. I'll let everyone else in the chat talk about it instead. Matween says, it's been a long work week. Time for bed. Think on Matthew 6:34. Nice passage, Matween. Thank you. Hyman says, since the Fox deal went through, what's your thoughts on how they'll incorporate the X-Men and Fantastic Four in the MCU? I wouldn't be surprised if they try and reboot it on their own before they bring it into the MCU. But really, once the deal's, because it's gone through, but it still needs to be, I think it still needs to be approved by the government before things actually go through. Like, it probably won't go through until sometime next year officially, as far as when the content is actually brought over officially to Disney. So I think that they could end up, planning some reboots of those franchises before they bring them to the MCU. But who knows? It depends also, because a lot of people think, oh, they're bringing everybody back for Infinity War. But to me, they probably are. They're probably bringing back a lot. To me, the best thing to do would be to make it a multi-film, make it its own phase, where not everyone's brought back, or maybe Thanos gets away, and then you have these films that come out that are just a little bit different. I think that would be cool. Cool promotions, Odin. The more, the better. Proud of y'all. We need a Roselo shirt. That's right. That's right. We do need a Roselo shirt. McKenna Warp says, say hello to your patrons. I'm not one because I'm broke right now. Yeah, thank you for the reminder. All right, so let me go ahead and pull that up. I still have that open in a tab on my phone. All righty. So thank you. I want to give a huge shout out to my patrons, my amazing people who help support me and the content of this channel. And so I want to give a huge shout out to Jeffrey Toon, Sly Jones, the DJD Show, Inflamed Wood, Adam Shawhan, Tina B, Castell and Frive, Dave Bob, those two ball guys, and Enrique Evangelista. Y'all are my patrons, and y'all are amazing. Voorhees says, I was literally about to ask about t-shirt ideas. Nice. It was someone voted for a, I don't want to put Brad on a shirt. That'd be disgusting. That would be totally disgusting if we had Brad on a shirt. I wouldn't be able to look at myself in the mirror if I had Brad on my shirt. That'd be disgusting. Unless someone wants to make like an original like concept of our pet troll and then have like a that could be funny. That could actually be really funny. All right, let's just try and get caught up with the chat. Super says, I would wear a shirt with the phrase Darth Cuddles on it. That's an amazing name. Adam Davies, good day. Odin, hello, Asgard. Been AWOL. Sorry, been busy lately. How's everyone? Adam Davies, no problem, man. Glad to have you back in the chat. Perth Comics says, in the comics, Death is a lady. Yeah, I heard about this. Death is a lady whom Thanos was trying to impress by killing half the universe. Lady Death makes less sense, but Thanos' motivation makes more sense in that story. I agree. Yeah, I personally like the motivation for his character in Infinity War. I think that it works because, again, when you're able to at least, I don't obviously agree with him, but the fact that I'm able to understand where he's coming from is already speaking volumes. Nemesis says, the Omen literally scared the poo out of me. Alexander says, you a unlikable a-hole? Pretty much. Eric likes the Darth Cuddles t-shirt. It feels like an in-joke, an original idea. Hybrid says, try to impress a girl doesn't make the story complex. Perth says, it's funny because Lazy Death was not interested in Thanos, but likes Deadpool because he cannot die, so he's always out of her reach. Ooh, yeah, that's right. Super says, don't know if you could put Jar Jar's name on a shirt, but you could have a design with the character's likeness. That's what Team 4-Star does with their merch. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so maybe put Darth JJ. Maybe just put Darth JJ so that way people know who it is, or just have, if someone can like come up with a design for that, would be awesome. Also, Tina, I mean not Tina. Sorry, Laura, I did get your message. I'm not going through Streamlabs right now, so it did not pop up, but I'm gonna pull it up real quick just so that way I can see if it pops up. Laura, I got both of it. Laura, thank you. Thank you for that. So, Laura, thank you for the $10 donation. Yes, just wanted to see handsome Thor. Wait, did it pop up for you? Because I don't think it popped up on the stream because I'm not going through Streamlabs right now. But I'm glad. Laura, thank you for the $2 donation after that. Just wanted to see Thor. Well, thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. And you know what? I'm going to keep that up. So, guys, I'm not going through Streamlabs right now. I had to go through Hangouts because OBS has not been working for some reason. But I'll keep this up. I'll keep my dashboard on Streamlabs up just in case anyone does want to donate through that link. Just know that your message is not going to pop up, but I will receive it, and I will still shout you out. So, if not, though, you can super chat if you want to donate to the channel. But thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. 2 digital cookies for Laura. So, Steph, please make a note. 2 digital cookies for Laura. Kegger says, need to offer Odin onesie with bearded turtle. Richard Ray says, Darth Cuddles is an amazing idea. You need to get EVS to draw him. Also, did Bob and Nancy have a baby named Annie? Ooh, yes. Annie. Annie. Man, dude, if I could get through to EVS, I would. But EVS is so busy making everything for his comics. So I don't think that's going to happen. But let's see. Super says, I don't think Captain America is coming back after Avengers 4. It makes me sad. Chris Evans did an interview and he said that he's got a 9-film deal and Avengers 4 is number 9 for him. Yeah, I mean, it could be a tease because I think his original plan was he was going to go off and do direction instead. But I think that's changed. I think he's now back on. Mr. PI says, T-shirt, I am one with the onesie. The onesie is with me. That's a good one, too. Mechanical Warfare says, Odin possible shirt option, Brad Noble for Troll. Ooh, that could be good. Dave Bob says, Willow and River T-shirt. Ooh, yeah. Maybe I could try and get like a picture. That could be good. Sword Damocles says, and friends, got to start my morning run, 5K kilometers. Have a good one, friends, and stay safe out there. Thank you, Sword Damocles. Thanks for joining us once again. Hymer says, people can hate Thanos' motivation all they want. I actually liked that he had a relationship dynamic with Gamora rather than a goofy love-death story. It's a good point. It's a very, very good point, for sure. Actually, I wonder, did it work? Hold on, now I'm interested. Now I'm intrigued. Because I have Streamlabs set up through my PayPal, but I didn't get an email confirming anything, but it came through there. So I'm very confused. Maybe it didn't go through. Yeah, nothing came through. Maybe it hasn't posted yet. I don't know. I'm still going to give you the digital cookies. Oh my God. Chitty Chitty Bang, keep the good stuff coming, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah, Nemesis is the new sensei. Thank you, Nemesis, dude. Oh, I appreciate that, man. And I know you work your ass off too. So that really, really, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Oh, and Nemesis, dude, email me. I'm gonna hook you up. You don't even have to be entered in the competition. You get digital cookies for sure for the monthly giveaway, but I'm hooking you up, man. So email me, please. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. Drive to Texas and I'll buy you a beer. No, sir, just the content, and I missed you, Nemesis. Oh, thank you, Nemesis. I appreciate that, man. But no, seriously, email me because I want to hook you up, man. I want to hook you up. Thanks, Nemesis. I appreciate that. That's amazing. Brad Noble, you are a troll. Jessica Gar says, oh man, Odin, here comes the money rain. All I can say is that if Sensei comes in at any point and sees that, he's probably going to get jealous and say, oh, time to open up my bank account again. Thanks, Nemesis. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. But seriously, dude, email me because again, I want to hook you up with something. Odin, it's stealth Sensei. Is Nemesis one of Sensei Mike's alternative accounts? No, dude, Nemesis has been around from like the beginning, and he's been working a lot lately, so he's not been able to join us as much. And so I'm so glad that you were able to join us for the stream, man. And thank you so much. That's just that's amazing. Miss PI says, okay, grabbing some super glue, a duct tape just in case. Demon Scythe, what is up, Demon Scythe? Demon Scythe, I have not been able, go check out him out on Twitter. I have not been able to watch the version of Empire Strikes Back that you sent me yet, but I do have it. It's all together. It all works. I just haven't had a time to sit down and watch it yet. So Forey says, so did UA make a video about you or something? In the first minute and 48 seconds, he calls me and Jeremy out by name and then makes up a stupid song. Hybrid says, Nemesis will be Sensei's Padawan. Oh man, Nemesis, thank you. So for anyone that's joined the chat, Nemesis just dropped a huge super chat, and I am just so speechless right now. Man, thank you, man. Thank you. And again, seriously, email me because I want to hook you up with whatever I can. Oh man. Oh man, I'm still not used to it. I said this on the last stream. It's just like I honestly, when I started this channel back in May, never, ever thought I would be at this point. I knew that I wanted to have fun, and I knew that I was having fun doing it. And really, once I started doing the live streams, that's just when everything, like, I just love it. I love coming back every single night. And that's the reason why I tell you guys, like, I take nights off, but then I come back anyway because I realize I have the time. Sure, I could get to bed earlier, but I could still spend time and still get a full night of sleep. And then I get on and I just want to stay on for the whole night. And I force myself to get off every night. Like if I did not have to wake up in the morning to do anything else, I would stay on all night. Like as long as people are talking and asking questions and engaging, I would be on all night because just that's how much fun it is. And that's why I always, when I find channels that I like and I see that some of them like fall into that, that standard, oh, it's a job, or oh, it's an occupation, or oh, this is so tedious and this is so much work. And I think to myself, like, where's the joy? Like, just to me, it's like, why do something if you're not loving it and if you're not having joy, Brad? Sorry, I have my Streamlabs up, so all the donations come straight to me. So Brad donated $2. Boom, take that. Oh, thanks, Brad. Well, Brad, good news. We're definitely having a giveaway tonight for sure. And since I'm taking care of Nemesis, you don't have to worry about him winning because he's already guaranteed. But no, seriously, like this is just so much fun, guys. And so I just want to thank every person for being a part of this and for supporting. I mean, because again, I'm nothing without you guys. This channel is nothing without you guys. The fact that I'm talking about t-shirts, the fact that there are even just a few people who would buy a t-shirt, it's a dream come true in a lot of ways. But it's also just so damn fun. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for just keeping this fun, for making this fun, and yeah. Laura, thanks for the 99-cent donation. Oh my God, I love this. That's so cool. Have a good night, man. Kira Rogers says, just finished watching the beginning of UA's video. Classy. I know, right? He's so classy. He's so classy. Nemesis says, no need to hook me up, man. It is it is I who needed to hook you up for the great fun content. But I will admit, yeah, no, Nemesis, like, you don't have a choice in the matter. Like, I'm hooking you up, man, for sure. Mechanical Warfare says, Odin is UA's intro. Welcome to the shill side. It pretty much should be. It pretty much should be at this point. Yeah, so Nemesis, there it is right there. Let's see. Laura says, Odin, you're one of my few YouTubers who have fun streams and good videos. Well, thank you, Laura. I really do appreciate that. And thank you for the 99-cent donation. I just love that. Like, what's like this? Is that the smallest? Like, Brad, since I know that you're the troll who would do this, what's like the smallest amount? Can someone donate a penny? Like, can someone donate like that's kind of a small amount? I assume there's like a minimum, but like if there's a way to do that, that'd be really funny. And Brad would be just the guy to do it for sure. Dude, look. That's the image that pops up, is me with the hat down. Let's see. 99 cents. All right, gotcha. Let's see. J-Dog, what's up, man? Laura says, you and Ethan are my favorite. Oh, that's to be in the same conversation with Ethan Van Sciver is a huge compliment. So thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. Bori says, I was thinking about having PJ, that's the initials, follow legitimate SJWs or proper individuals and retweeting them. Thoughts? I like that. Actually, no. What that does, PJ needs to go like the full-on John Kasdan route and just kill with kindness. That'd be funny. All right, Brad, thanks for letting me know. 99 cents. That's funny, though. Hypern says, I will donate half of all life to see you exist. Oh, my God. Stoic Catholic is here. What is up, Stoic Catholic? No nickel or no alien. Oh, that's sad. Per says, is there going to be a giveaway? I need to make you laugh so Brad Noble doesn't win anything. Yes, there is going to be a giveaway tonight, thanks to the generosity of Nemesis. So thank you so much, Nemesis, for that. Jennifer says, you missed my comment earlier. Did it jump? Yeah, well, the reason why is because Nemesis dropped a bomb on me, and then it jumped the chat. And of course, I don't know how to handle that. So yeah, so just go ahead and repost it, man. I'm sorry if I missed it. McKenna War says, Odin, I'll pay for a shirt if you make a 5XL shirt and below says, I eat soy pies. That's not an option. Nemesis, dude, good night. Thank you so much again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. You're awesome. You're amazing. And I really hope you can join us on future live streams because it's always good to have you here. I love you playing the game of trying to make me say the S word and you always getting so close. And I appreciate it, man. So thank you. And please email me because I am going to hook you up whether you like it or not. So thank you once again for that. I really do appreciate it. Clark is hailing you. I saw. He just needs to post it one more time. McKenna War says, and I'll pay for the delivery to Ethan. Where he says, nice suggestion. Now I just have to find legitimate SJWs. Also, PJ has blocked EVS. Oh, that's just mean. Laura, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Good night to Odin, Freya, and the Valkyries. Well, good night, Laura. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for all your other donations, too. It's great. So thank you so much, Laura. And have a good night. And also, Inflamed Wood, thank you for the $2 super chat. Sup, brother? No notification. What did I miss? Dude, Inflamed Wood, I shouted you out as one of my patrons earlier, man. I'm so sorry you didn't get a notification yet. YouTube sucks. And I'm sorry about that. What did you miss? You missed a lot. So the chat's going to catch you up. Nickel Noodles. Steph B, I'm here. Hey, Odin, what's up? Nickel, yes, thank you for the $2 super chat, man. Thank you so much. Glad to have you here, as always. Give this your man all the pennies or I win. Brad, I hope Brad doesn't win tonight. I really hope Brad doesn't win tonight. Kika Rogers, good night and God bless. God bless you, Kika Rogers. Thank you so much for always being a part of this chat. Yeah, 4 cookies for Steph during this chat. Oh, I got close. I got close tonight. I thought about it all day. Nice. Nico, thank you again for the super chat. Jason Clark says, so I said we thank you. We need you as much as you do us. My favorite live stream, hands down. Well, Jason Clark, thank you so much for that, man. That really does mean a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And no, seriously, like, again, I really do think that, you know, I've just heard so many personal stories, and I'm not going to share it from people who, you know, kind of confided in me with certain things. And it's just really humbling to know that there are people who rely on this community as much as they do. Like, it just makes me feel special, and it just makes me feel loved. And I hope that you also, I try and give as much love as I can, and I show my love as much as I possibly can through, you know, through my time, through hopefully keeping you entertained, and also from trying to do as many giveaways and trying to give y'all as much as I possibly can, because that's what I want to do. I want to be able to give anyone that gives me their time, which to me is the most precious thing in this world. I want to try and give everything I possibly can to. So thank you, Jason Clark, for that. I appreciate it. What is the prize? It's the same 3 options as it normally is, Mr. Pete. So, Mr. Pete, you are not eligible. Again, if you won a prize already before the monthly giveaway, you're not eligible, but you can still get a digital cookie, and those go into the monthly giveaway, which is going to be something big. I still haven't figured it out yet. Mr. Guy says, I think you need to upgrade your tin cup to a bucket. Vori says, oh my God, I accidentally blocked EVS on my own account. Good job, Voorhees. Joshua Alvarez says, dab, if America is the greatest country in the world. Alvarez, every single time. Bam, for sure. America, F yeah. Here to save the mother effing day, yeah. Brad Noble, free date with Odin at Chuck E. Cheese. Now, that would be a prize. Lando says, Odin's giving away dates to Chuck E. Cheese. Ooh, Lando might have to get in on that action. Herman says, what's in the prize? Let me know if you understand this reference. What's in the prize? I do not. Mr. Peabody says, group hugs are no problem. Our arms get longer every day. Well, thank you, Mr. Peabody. I appreciate it, man. Always great to have you here. Always great to have you a part of this community, man. As that goes for anyone else that joins us. All right, so I think we're going to start to wrap things up. So if anyone else wants to get into the giveaway for tonight, you know, you can still donate if you want. I don't know if I'm going to be able to give away any more free cookies for comments unless someone leaves a really good one. I did give away a lot earlier. But Steph, could you please start collecting a list and just send them all in one message together with the amounts behind them? So I would appreciate that. Per says, what cookie makes you rich? A fortune cookie. Perth Comics is trying to get in Perth. That's a digital cookie for you, sir. Perth Comics. I like that. I like bad humor. Hyber says, 7 last scene with Brad Pitt and John Doe. What's in the box? Oh, okay. What's in the box? Lee Crystal cookies. Cookie. Mm-hmm. Yummy cookies. Oh, on it. I know. 111170B. Awesome. McKenna Warfare says, Odin, you, Brad, and Lando, the 3 amigos. Dude, someone can please make like fan art of that, because that'd be hilarious. Perth Comics says, yeah, boy. Damn right, Perth. I hope that you win over Brad. Please. I don't want Brad to win. I enjoy his pain. Mr. Pete, have a good night, man. Han 3000, no cookie pies. Absolutely not. No cookie pies for sure. One does not simply eat cookies in Mordor. All right, I'm going to leave the chat for a second, guys. I need to pull up the, let's see, random name generator picker. All right, so Brad is in it, I know. Perth Comics is in it, I know. I'll just wait for the message from, there it is. All right, Brad. So yeah, Nemesis and Laura have already won, so they're not going to be in the running tonight. I am going to take care of Nemesis, though, for his very generous donation. So he's going to be taken care of. And then let's see who got the free cookies. Hound also. Did Hound, have you won yet? Nope, Brad, it's you. Hound, have you won yet? I don't think you've won yet. I don't think Hound's won yet. So yeah, Hound's still in it. So I think is it just 3? Yes. So yeah, Laura's already won as well. Nemesis is already going to be taken care of. So I got Brad, Hound 2000, and Perth Comics. Is it just 3? Just 3 new people tonight? Let's see. I'm just making sure. I don't think Brad. I don't think. Ooh, Greta. Yes. We missed Greta. Greta was also in there too. Greta also. Greta, did you get 1 or 2? Yeah, Greta had 1 too. So Greta, did you have 1 or 2? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Greta, for being here. Greta, did you get 1 or 2? How's it going, Eric Brown? Welcome back. You shall not win. Yeah, Hound 3000. Have you won yet? Let me know if you've won yet. I don't think you have. Yeah, Steph, it's okay. I know that. Yeah, it's okay that you missed Greta because again, I know that you were dealing with a lot earlier when I gave her that cookie. Just 1, perfect. All right, am I missing anyone else? I think I'm good now. So for the new winners, I've got Brad, Perth Comics, Hound, and Greta. So let me just go back real quick. This is Brad's best chance so far, without any doubt. All right, so Hound is a potential winner. All right, cool. Oh man, I hope Brad loses. Bring on the mountain. Come on, Perth. Oh no, okay, good. Okay, good. All right, so Hound, you are in the running for tonight. All right, so believe that is everyone. How did Brad not win yet? Because he's just had too much confidence. All right, guys, so the winner of everyone is so tense. I know the winner of tonight's live stream between the options of Brad, Perth Comics, Hound, and Greta. The winner is Greta. Congratulations, Greta. Yes. Congratulations, Greta. Doom on you, Odin. Congratulations, Greta. Congratulations. So, Greta, I'm assuming you want the Wizard of Oz Blu-ray? I'm assuming. Congratulations, Greta. And you had an awesome comment today, too. Like, prep everything. Yes, Greta. Go, Greta. Go, Greta. It's your birthday. Go, Greta. Go, Greta. Everyone loves Greta. Lando lies. Oh, it's Greta, though. Everyone loves Greta. Oh, there we go, Brad. Good sportsmanship, Brad. Good job, Greta, for sure. Mechanical Warfare says, when you make Willow River shirt, you have to put on "We Are the Bark Side." Or how about stop? Or how about actually, you know what, Steph? She does not have to email me because she actually we live near each other. We know each other, so she can just text me and then she can let me know. Yeah, Greta, let me know what else you have. I'll text you. Sounds good, Greta, for sure. Sounds good. Brad loses once again. I have no control over it, man. But no, Mechanical Warfare, going back to yours, I think it's like, stop eating my chair should be the quote underneath the one for the dogs. For sure, Brad, protest. Brad Noble then says rigged. Oh, come on, Brad. Don't be a sore loser. You're better than that. You are so better than that. More injustice for Brad. Brad will have his day one day. There'll be one day when for some reason I'm not giving away any chat cookies, and then he comes in at the last minute and donates something, and I decide to do a giveaway. I love the face and the Switch name. Wait, what? The Russians, the Russians. All right, guys, so let's start saying our goodbyes. And as y'all are saying goodbyes, I'm going to read through them. But first, I'm going to go ahead and pull up. I must break you. Yes. I need to give a huge shout out once again to Jeffrey Toon, Slad Jones, Inflamed Wood, Adam Shawhan, Tina B, Castell and Fry, Dave Bob, the DJ D Show, those two ball guys, and Enrique and Evangelista. Thank y'all so much for being my patrons. Y'all are amazing people. And also, thank you to everyone that's in the chat. Huge shout out to Nemesis. Thank you so much for that donation. Once again, I know that you're not watching right now, but thank you, man. Please email me. I want to hook you up. Thank you to Niggle Noodles, to Laura, to Inflamed Wood, to Brad, also to Laura, and also to who donated more than once as well. And also, yeah, to Laura as well. All right, let's see the goodbyes. Goodbye, Voorhees, Mechanical Warfare. It was Russian hackers, I'm sure. Good night, Super. Good night, Adam Davies. Hypern, good night, Stephanie. Good night. Yes, please smash that like button before you leave. Greg Duncan, have a good night. Kegger, hasta la vista, Asgard. Can we get it's a trap? Says Nico, slow and hail. Perth says, see you, Odin and Steph, off to lunch. Oh, dude, Perth, enjoy that lunch, man. Good night, Mr. Peabody, Inflamed Wood. Good night, Eric. Good night, Lando. May the force be with you all. You too, Lando. It's a trap, says Greg Duncan. Thank you for being here. Good night, Odin. Steph, says Mr. Peabody. Salvador Seves, por pasta. What is the Matrix? Good night. Had you on while working, bro. What is the Matrix? Glad to see your name in here. Thank you so much for that. Your watches, and thank you, Stephanie B. Guys, y'all are awesome. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. And as always, God bless.